So today's handyman project will be this section of the wall here. I wanted to give the room a little different feel to it. We're gonna go with this unfinished pine tongue and groove for this wall. So here's the pine tongue and groove that I purchased at Lowe's. 1x6, 12 foot. So now let me fire up the compressor and get my rest of my equipment. So here's my first piece. So these tongue and grooves have two sides, a nice solid side, and the other side has a little more detail. We're gonna go with the much more solid side. First one, just make sure it's leveled, and then everything else will be a little more easier when it's nice and leveled. At the end, I'm going with these locking style like this, going all the way up, and then whatever's not perfect, we can just sand it and it'll be nice. So we have it nice and leveled now. You can start. There you go. That's gonna be like the corner. Then as you go up, you can, once you're done, you start sanding down the edges to make it, you know, a lot more perfect. Then you can put a piece of trim, maybe 1.25 inches or a little bit more, to go straight up, and it gives it a nice little like 3D look as well. Here's the groove, and then they just lock in place. So then you can get a scrap piece of wood and a mallet. What I'm using here is a rubber mallet, and then just tap all the way down until you lock it in place. Tap your end first. Make sure it's nice and flush. You just keep on going like Legos. So now comes the fun part, taking measurements to make a hole for your outlet. So the board that goes under the outlet, don't nail it yet. Leave it loose. Like this, when you cut out the hole on the next board, you can put these together and then close it. I'll show you when I get the hole done. But now we gotta take measurements on the next board for the outlet. And how I start my measurements, I start at one end and I make sure that the wall is leveled before I start my measurements from here and I'm to the outlet. I'll show you. Now to take your measurement, just grab a scrap piece and place it up close to your outlet. Doesn't have to be perfect, because remember there's outlet covers. And then take your measuring tape from the wall to here and transfer that measurement to your new board. Then same thing goes on this side of the outlet. Measure from the wall to here and then transfer this measurement to your outlet. So there's your measurement, 56.25. Just transfer it over. 56.25. That's how you do it. Then the next one, just move your scrap wood there, and then take the measurement. So for this one, it'll be 58.5. Mark it. Now for the bottom of the outlet, we take our measurement. We got to take our measurement right here on the edge. That's where it ends. That's the end of the locking right there. Now that's about 3/16. So you just transfer that from here and make your line at 3/16. Now you got your marking for the 3/16. Then you start your measurement right on the line, which will be 4 1/4. So I marked it with my tape measure. That's 4 1/4 right there. So that's the hole we're cutting out for our outlet. 4 1/4. Today I'll be using this new rigid jigsaw that I purchased. I don't have the octane batteries that it takes for it, but supposedly just the regular batteries from my drills, they're all compatible. I just won't get the full power, but for this project, shouldn't be a problem. And this will be my first time using this tool. If it's better than my regular DeWalt, I'll maybe make a review on this one. Let's see. So first we're gonna drill a hole, then we're gonna take our time cutting all the way around. We could drill a couple holes to make it easier. So before you start drilling, just make sure that you're not going to go outside of your line. This is one way I check. Go like this, take it, go like that. This way you know you're not going outside of your line. Our next hole, say about right there. So yeah, I'm impressed. It's such a smooth using this rigid. Makes smooth. I love all the different settings. I'll do a review on this. And the grip is awesome. It feels as though it's grabbing you, not you grabbing it. Yeah, so here we go. Like I said, you leave the bottom one loose so you can lock it in place. Here we putting it in place. Just remember where your wires are and your cable protection. You don't want to end up nailing and the nail backfires at you when you hit these cable protectors here. your scrap block. Work your way down. Just remember, always leave the bottom one loose until you get this one in. Looks good. Just a little tap here. Just want to show you a little trick if you're running out of pieces and you come to a spot where there's no stud behind to connect them, so it'd be nice of a seam. Just put a block in the back, then nail it. Just make sure you're under where the next piece locks in. Right here, you can see, you can barely see it, but it's right here where I did the other one. Once you sand it, put a clear coat or stain it, you won't even know. So now I'm getting to the very top before the trimming, so I just want to show you when you get to the very top, in order to get this last piece in, the last two, 1 and 2, don't nail these in yet. Like that, you have some play. You see that? So you can get it in, pop it in place. I'll show you how I shave the back. So basically, you get one of these tools here so you can skin the back off. See that? You just shave the back. It'll be like, see the back of it? Well, I'm done for the day. It's getting too dark outside to see what I'm doing, but looks really good. Now what's left is just the trim, and then I'm gonna put a clear on top. But looking good. Now here's the trim that I used for this project. This time I paid top dollar for it. It was very expensive. This is 1 1/4 by 7 feet, almost $10 at Lowe's. Here's the wood filler that I like using for projects like this. And here's how the project came out. A tongue and groove wall. Hope this gives someone ideas on how to do their wall. If they're going for something similar to this style. The outlet that's high up, it's for, there's going to be a desk here. That's what all the outlets are for. And before I go, I just want to end it with one thing. I want to give a shout out to Bush Radical. These are the type of walls he builds in his small little cabins. You can check him out on YouTube. He has numerous videos on building cabins. And like and subscribe. Thank you for watching Handyman Land.